Baylor controls the tip. Lady Bears in the home white. Baylor won earlier this season. In fact, about 3 weeks ago, they knocked off TCU in Fort Worth 74-50.
A great first possession for Baylor, getting the entry pass into Nalissa Smith. She has 10 straight games of double-figure scoring, getting off to a good start here again tonight.
First points of the night for Smith and the Lady Bears. TCU firing top of the key, and that one drops in. Caroline Germond, Aaliyah Jackson, Taffy Diggs, Lauren Hurd, and Michelle Berry, the 5 starters for Coach Peebley. Lauren Hurd, their leading scorer on the season.
A nice job by Queen Egbo passing it out of that double team, but not far enough. Good defense by TCU. They doubled down on both possessions to start the game.
Leah Jackson the steal, the A&M transfer. The layup won't fall. Here comes Baylor on the run. Dee Richards to Queen Egbo. Egbo passes out of there to Moon Urson. Mid-range jumper is good, and that's kind of her specialty. Moon Urson with 2.
No doubt about that. She's had 4 straight double-figure scoring games. Was terrific Saturday against Oklahoma, hitting 6 of 7 shots from the floor.
4-2 Baylor lead, just getting going first quarter. There's a jumper right elbow by Michelle Berry, the Virginia Tech transfer. Berry, a graduate transfer, and ties the game at 4 apiece.
Yeah, Berry's a very good player, 6'2". She's got the size to make a difference in the paint.
Down low to Egbo, kicks it back outside to Urson.
You can see him dropping off of Dee Richards, but getting it inside to Nalissa Smith, the 5th leading scorer in the Big 12. Mentioned a while ago, 10 straight games of double-figure scoring. 4 out of the last 5, she's had a double-double, playing her best hoops of the year.
Nalissa Smith averaging 17.5 points per game. Baylor's leading scorer and rebounder at 9.7 rebounds per game.
Well, very surprising. We haven't seen Lauren Hurd yet do anything special for TCU. One of the best players in the conference, as we see Nalissa Smith do that little jump hook, turning over her left shoulder.
There's a lob pass. Nalissa Smith bats it off a TCU player, but saved in bounds by Caroline Germond.
2 early turnovers for the Lady Bears here, 2 out of their first 6 possessions.
Drive layup partially blocked by Egbo. They're going to call, I think, a foul.
That was Lauren Hurd on that drive. She is a terrific player, taking the ball strong to the rack. She was a first-team all-conference player last year. As we look at Coach Kim Mulkey, not happy with that call, obviously. 4-time NCAA champion as a player or a coach. 7-time Big 12 Coach of the Year, going into the Naismith Hall of Fame. You can talk on and on about Coach Kim Mulkey, but more about Lauren Hurd at the free throw line. She's a preseason All Big 12 selection again this year. Horned Frogs leading scorer, 2nd leading rebounder, and a rare combination, John. She leads the team in scoring and assists. You don't see that very often.
Absolutely. 1 of 2 free throws by Hurd, senior out of Denton Geyer. It makes it a 1-point game.
A nice drive by Trinity Oliver that time. She's been shooting the basketball very well, so the defenses are playing her tighter. With that being the situation, she has the opportunity to drive it to the basket. Doing a nice job there, drawing the foul.
So free throws coming for Trinity Oliver. She's a 69% free throw shooter on the season.
She's really played well the last couple of games for Baylor. Had a really nice game up at Oklahoma State on the road when they beat the Cowgirls in Stillwater last week. Oklahoma State, one of those 5 Big 12 teams with 3 losses or less.
Just a couple of free throws there. Scramble for the rebound, and TCU has it. Lauren Hurd in a hurry into the front court. 1-point Baylor lead, 3 minutes into the first quarter here in the Farrell Center.
A nice defense on Lauren Hurd by Nalissa Smith. Really a surprising matchup to have Smith outside on Hurd.
Shot clock winding down, jumper in the paint, no good, but an offensive rebound by TCU. Long range 3 to beat the shot clock buzzer, and Baylor with the rebound.
Well, TCU with their size doing a very good job right now, forcing Baylor into some long passes over the top of the defense. Nice job by Nalissa Smith getting to the rack quickly, drawing the foul. John, this is interesting. Nalissa Smith has 75 free throw attempts for the Lady Bears, and the next closest teammate in free throw attempts is Queen Egbo with 34. So she shot 41 more free throws than any other Lady Bear. That shows you how active she is.
And good at the line also, 81%, ninth best in the league. She's statistically Baylor's best free throw shooter. So not only getting there, but taking advantage of it.
Always fun to see what her hairdo of the day is going to be. Got a little red twinge to it here tonight. Yeah, nice start for Nalissa Smith now with 6 points. Looks like she will get to her 11th consecutive double-figure scoring game rather quickly. She has 6 of Baylor's 8 so far.
And an 8-5 lead for the Lady Bears, 6:22 and counting. First quarter, just getting going here in the Farrell Center.
Oh, what a great drive.
Lauren Hurd fighting for that rebound. That last trip down by TCU, I'm not so sure the shot clock shouldn't have reset, and it did not, and really forced TCU into a quick follow-up shot, that long three.
Yeah, because Hurd was way outside the three-point line when she really forced the shot because she had to.
Good Hurd. That one doesn't draw iron, and over to Baylor.
Nice pressure defense by D.D. Richards on that attempt by Hurd. That's a classic matchup. One of the best offensive players in the league going against the best defensive player, as voted by the coaches last year. Not only in the Big 12, but national.
The National Defensive Player of the Year, D.D. Richards.
How about Moon Urson becoming misconsistent for the Lady Bears? 2 out of 2 here tonight, had 14 against Oklahoma on Saturday.
Again, that mid-range jumper by Urson gives the Lady Bears a 10-5 lead over TCU. Berry picks up her dribble. And it's going to be a turnover on the Frogs. Baylor has the ball back, leading 10-5.
Now, I don't know. I didn't see did they call an illegal pick, or was there traveling on that? I did not see the call by the referee, but whatever. It is a turnover for TCU.
I think a travel by Berry is what they called. There's a free throw line jumper by Egbo. Jim Baylor is 5 of 5 from the floor to start the game.
Well, I'm telling you, if Queen Egbo can start hitting that jump shot right there and she's comfortable taking it, that makes this a very, very dangerous team. That was a good assist by D.D. Richards to get Egbo the basket.
Lady Bears have hit their first 5 shots from the floor. Got a 12-5 lead. That one off her foot and out of bounds despite the protest from Queen Egbo, and that'll get us to a timeout. 5 minutes exactly on the clock, first quarter. Baylor's hit all their shots from the floor for a 12-5 lead. $19.90. Jim Haller, where were you? February 28th, 1990.
Well, I know I was 30 years younger and I had hair. That's one big difference.
You said it. I didn't say it. Here's a steal by Trinity Oliver on the perimeter, and her layup is good. And the Lady Bears still have not missed from the floor.
Well, great fundamental fast break by the Lady Bears. Trinity Oliver taking it all the way because nobody picked her up.
14-5 Baylor on top. See the clock, 4.5 minutes to play, first quarter. Nice drive in on the baseline left, but the shot was just short. That is for TCU, the missed shot there. Now a turnover by Baylor, the steal.
Yeah, I think that was just a missed shot that Moon Urson hit a little too hard off the glass, but bringing it back quickly.
So that's the first miss from the floor for the Lady Bears, who lead at 14-5. D.D. Richards, left elbow jumper, misses. TCU the rebound.
Now Hannah Guster's the freshman post in now for the Lady Bears. Set a good pick that time to free the opportunity for the shot.
On the perimeter, there's Lauren Hurd working against D.D. Richards. That is a fun matchup to watch.
Classic matchup right there. Great offense against great defense.
Nearly lost the ball, but picked up, and Yummy Morris puts it in.
John, how about that? We've got a Yummy and a Moon playing here today. Two of the great names in Big 12 women's basketball. Yummy
good.
Morris, Moon Urson.
And here's Moon, right on cue. She
go.
hits. So Moon is off to a really good start for the Lady Bears with 6.
Yeah, her only miss was that fast break layup on the Lady Bears' possession before last.
16-7 the lead, 3 minutes to play first quarter. Now it's to Leah Jackson on the left wing, lob. Shell Berry missed everything. Trinity Oliver the outlet to Dee Richards.
Baylor doing a great job with outlet passes. Did that against Oklahoma, doing it again here tonight.
Pass cross court to Moon Urson. She is bumped there by Michelle Berry.
And all 3 of her buckets have been with that left-hand penetration into the paint. Wide open jump shots. TCU's got to force her to the side. Can't let her keep penetrating into the middle of the floor.
Inbounding to Urson, up and in by Moon Urson.
So much for that theory. She had hit her 3 previous shots right in the paint, this time from the wing. Nice execution.
Moon has 8 here in the first quarter. She averages 10.7 per game. TCU trying to drive in, ball stripped away by Moon Urson.
Last time these two teams played, Moon had 21 points up in Fort Worth to lead the Lady Bears in that victory, 74-50, back on January 2nd.
Jordan Oliver making her presence felt, hits the shot. Timeout TCU with 2:07 to play. Baylor has come out of the block strong. That is a 14-2 run over the last 4.5 minutes by the Lady Bears.
Nice job by Jordan Oliver, the sophomore from Prosper, Texas, just north of Dallas, making her presence felt quickly. Lady's got a lot of talent. All she's got to do is keep developing her confidence.
So quick early lead for the Lady Bears. Really nothing new for Reagan Peebly and TCU. They've come from behind several times this year, including their most recent game, a win over Tech on Saturday, 61-53, which they trailed by, what, as much as 13?
They were down by 13 and came back, and as you said, many of their victories, they're 7-6 on the year. Many of them have been come from behind. Good look at Coach Reagan Peebly. Led her Horned Frog team to second in the Big 12 last year. Had a very impressive 13-5 record. They were certainly on their way to an NCAA appearance. I think she does a terrific job. One of the real nice coaches in the business.
Yeah, no question. They were 22-7. No doubt headed into the NCAA tournament before COVID ended things. See for Baylor, Hannah Gusters, freshman out of MacArthur High School, on the floor.
Yeah, Gusters, who just picked up that foul for Baylor, had a good game against Oklahoma, had 11 points. In fact, she's averaging 9.5 points per game. She and Sarah Andrews, the two freshmen on this team for Baylor this year. Lauren Hurd back at the free throw line for TCU. I'd mentioned a while ago, John, Nalissa Smith had 41 more free throws than any other Baylor player. Listen to this. Lauren Hurd has 99 free throw attempts. Next closest Horned Frog is Jackson with 27.
Wow.
Unbelievable. That shows you who has the basketball a lot and who makes something happen.
Well, there's Lauren Hurd again. The steal on the perimeter. The layup left it short. No good. Rebound, Moon Urson.
You know, talked about Hurd being their leading scorer, second leading rebounder, leading assist maker. She also leads the team in assists, as she just did. And there, Jordan Oliver once again for the Lady Bears.
Jordan Oliver, a couple of buckets off the bench. Baylor up 22-8 on the Horned Frogs. Baylor's hit their last 4 field goals after they hit their first 6 of the night. That one falls in for Lauren Hurd.
Well, Baylor continuing to do a really, really good job getting the ball up floor quickly. TCU's got to do a better job in transition defense, not getting back quite quick enough.
Moon Urson takes care of a contact lens issue. I don't think I can do that. She just stands there, puts it right back in without, benefit of a mirror or anything. Maybe she's done it quite a few times.
I have a hard time putting on a pair of glasses. I don't know how in the world she does that without a mirror or anything.
Foul is on Germond for TCU, puts Urson at the free throw line.
And she's a 71% free throw shooter for the year.
Baylor has a team 69% at the free throw line.
Now, Moon's made 20 or more in 2 of the last 3 games for the Lady Bears. Mentioned she had the 14-point outing Saturday against Oklahoma.
1 of 2 free throws. Baylor leads by 12. Final minute, first quarter. Frogs on the perimeter.
Now, freshman Sarah Andrews getting the steal right there. How about that alert play coming from behind, but not a good decision on the pass with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Drive by Berry. She's bumped by
Hurd
yeah.
on the drive. Well, she is so active, just all over the floor. She's been outstanding in this program. This is her 4th year and first team all-conference last year.
See Asia Holmes on the floor for TCU, freshman out of Cibolo Steele High School. She's the Big 12 Freshman of the Week. Last week averaged 8.5 points per game, shot 50% from three-point range.
Yeah, she had 14 in that win against Texas Tech, 4 threes in that ball game. I read where that's the first freshman player for TCU to get Freshman of the Week in the Big 12 since 2016.
Wow.
So quite an achievement.
Baylor's ball, 38 seconds or 32 seconds and counting, first quarter.
Sarah Andrews with that quick shot out of the left corner. Nobody on the offside for the offensive rebound.
Lauren Hurd will slow it down, play for the final shot of the quarter here. Baylor up 23-13 on TCU. Pretty salty first quarter by the Lady Bears with 23 points on the board. 7 seconds to go, puts the play in motion. Passes back to Holmes, 2 seconds to go. And I don't think she got it off. There was a whistle right before, but no whistle. That's the end of the first quarter. Baylor by 10.
Pro Extra is the Home Depot's loyalty program built just for pros. Members earn rewards like Tool Rental Center credit or
Texas Tech on Saturday.
Yeah, I hit 4 of those 3-pointers that really helped the Horned Frogs come from behind in that game. She was a highly recruited player out of San Antonio last year. I like her game. Very strong. Not only is she a good outside shooter, but she puts the ball on the floor exceptionally well. She's a future star in this league.
About the hot shooting first quarter by the Lady Bears, 76.9%. Second highest shooting quarter for the Lady Bears all season. Second quarter against Northwestern State, they were at 77.3%.
Well, talking about transition defense, Baylor did not do a good job there. Lauren Hurd just took it the distance after the turnover by Melissa Smith. TCU making a nice comeback here.
Pulls them within 8. Melissa Smith back to Dee Dee Richards. And a 3-second call. Going to be a turnover by the Lady Bears. Here's that steal and bucket to open the second quarter.
Well, you can see Melissa Smith making the quick move, but she left her feet, had to pass the basketball. Lauren Hurd, the star of the Horned Frog team, taking it all the way for an easy 2. Nice heads-up play. Good defense by TCU.
Hurd has 9 here in the first half. She averages 18.3 per game. She's also on the floor a lot, averages 35.2 minutes per game, so she won't be on the bench much tonight.
Not at all. Lady Bears fortunate to be up by 8. They already have 7 turnovers in this game as we see Caitlin Bickle on the floor now. She's been out with COVID, but a nice shot. Who was that got that in the paint? That was who was that?
That's Tabby Diggs.
Yeah, Tabby Diggs, sophomore out of Plano East High School.
Her first 2 tonight. And it's a 6-point Baylor lead, 23-17. Pass Richards to Egbo, banker off, no good. And the loose ball out of bounds and over to TCU.
Well, Baylor's doing a nice job of getting the ball inside, but TCU really is effective the way they're putting double team pressure on Baylor's post players on the catch.
So Caitlin Bickle getting, you would think, a little more time on the floor, more minutes today than she had on Saturday.
Yeah, she came in with 1.5 minutes to go in that ball game, but she had missed the Lady Bears' last 2 contests.
3 by Hurd, no good. Baylor with 0 offensive rebounds at this point in the game. Egbo turnaround jumper. She's fouled. She'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, now that was a good quick reaction by Queen Egbo. Did not give the TCU bigs time to double down on her. You can see the nice entry pass, and she turns and shoots over Yummy Morris very, very quickly. Nice job by Queen Egbo, junior out of the Houston area.
59% free throw shooter on the year is Egbo. First one's good.
Now this is a part of her game she's really worked hard on since last year. She's going to play in tight games in the last seconds. She's got to be able to make free throws.
That's a foul on TCU. I think the foul is on Tabby Diggs going for that rebound. So it'll stay with the Lady Bears. Leading by 8, 8:10 on the clock, second quarter.
Yeah, I mentioned Baylor already having 7 turnovers in the game. TCU has 4.
Dee Richards, the inbounder. Into Egbo, one dribble, looking to get rid of it. Richards drive, layup, no good by Dee.
Well, a good burst of energy there. Nice job of splitting the purple shirts defense, but not getting the finish.
Frogs ball within 8. At the free throw line, whistle and 3-second call on TCU. That was Yummy Morris camped out a little bit too long in the paint. Yummy out of North Little Rock, Arkansas, 6'3" junior.
Hannah Gusters, a 6'5" freshman, coming back in for the Lady Bears, along with Nalissa Smith.
So there's a short stretch, what, about 2 minutes for Caitlin Bickle on the floor, and then back to the bench. Still working her back in, more minutes after an absence. Nalissa Smith to Dee Richards. To Trinity Oliver. Shot is no good. Back iron. Rebound Frogs.
TCU is committed to that sagging defense, making Baylor hit shots from the perimeter. Hit them early, but not so much now.
Long range 3 is no good by Asia Holmes. Here comes Richards. To Gusters, showing a little range, knocking it down from 18.
John, a lot of people do not realize what a good face-up shooter Hannah Gusters is. She's got the big body, very strong in the paint, but she has a nice shooting touch also.
Lady Bears still at 77% shooting from the field. Lead is back to 9 for Baylor. Around the perimeter for TCU, shot clock at 7. Pressure and a steal by Oliver. Almost lost it. Dee Richards saves it. That swarming defense forces the turnover by TCU.
Yeah, both ball clubs man-to-man the entire game so far.
Unerson, free throw line jumper is good.
Oh, that young lady is just feeling it these last 4 or 5 ball games for Baylor. You can just see it, playing with such great confidence.
Jim, she's got 11 in the first half.
Yeah.
She's 5 of 6 from the floor.
Yeah, great confidence and great results. Nice job defensively by Hannah Gusters that time. Keep calling her a freshman, playing much more mature than that.
Nalissa Smith, little shake, and then a drive and a blocking foul will get Nalissa Smith to the free throw line.
Well, these opponents know that Nalissa Smith can jump up and drain it from the free throw line area. They have to guard her tightly. That gives her a chance to drive it to the basket. There's a good look at Hannah Gusters just balancing up. Beautiful follow through on that shot. She's a young lady that has a bright future in this program.
Nalissa a little shaken up on that play, but none the worse for wear. She'll go to the free throw line.
Nalissa Smith, one of the tougher players on this Lady Bear ball club. She gets beat up every game. Very active.
Preseason Big 12 Player of the Year, Nalissa Smith.
She was first team all conference last year.
It's Second free throw right down the middle. A couple of free throws. Baylor's back up by 13. 5 minutes, 42 seconds on the clock. Second quarter, 30-17. Baylor up on TCU.
Well, the tight man-to-man defense on the ball continuing for the Lady Bears. Nice screen right there to free up Lauren Hurd. Had Dee Richards a half step behind, which is unusual.
Richards to Gusters, fires the pass underneath. Good job by Oliver to handle that pass. All tipped out of bounds, last touch by Hurd will stay with Baylor.
Well, that was a nice pass by Hannah Gusters. A little too hard, but she had the right idea. Trinity Oliver should have made that shot, but that was a hard pass to handle.
Inbounds to Nalissa Smith. Nearing the halfway point in the second quarter. Pass deflected and stolen. Turnover, Dee Richards.
Boy, that's a rarity for Dee Richards now with 2 turnovers in the game. She had 12 assists and only 1 turnover against Oklahoma Saturday. That's why she leads the Big 12 in assists and assist to turnover ratio.
Quick three is off the mark. Baylor ball. Urson looks for Gusters, gets the screen from Gusters. Jumper is good. Wow.
They're just giving Moon Urson that. She's coming off of the screen. Nobody trying to fight over the top. Nice recognition of what the defense is doing by Moon Urson, the senior for Baylor, who has worked her way into the playing rotation for the first time this year.
6 of 7 from the floor is Moon Urson. 13 points now in the first half. Three-pointer right side, no good. Oliver rebounds for Baylor.
TCU sending nobody to the offensive glass, just opening up the transition opportunity for the Lady Bears.
There's Gusters again. Look good on that shot. Just rattled out.
Now she's got the green light to take it.
Free throw line jumper by Hurd is no good. Rebound, put back. There's an offensive rebound. Put back by Yummy Morris.
Yummy Morris did a nice job that time in traffic. Just went up between the Baylor defenders and got that rebound. Nice play. 6'2" youngster.
Nalissa Smith halfway down and out. Shot no good. Hurd brings it up for TCU. Hurd will take the jumper. Left it just short.
And Hurd takes a lot of shots, but she makes the opportunity with her quickness and her deception. Really an offensive threat. One of the top 4 or 5 in the league, averaging 18 points per game.
She's got 9 here in the first half, halfway there. She is 2 of 11 from the floor, is Lauren Hurd. Gusters lost the handle. Jumper left side, no good.
Well, those are the kind you got to make right there. Trinity Oliver's been making those the last couple of games. Just a little off here tonight so far.
32-19, Baylor on top. And that ball's knocked away, stolen by Baylor on the break. Richards to Nalissa Smith for the lay-in.
Yeah, nice job by Dee Richards looking across court quickly to see Nalissa Smith coming wide open in transition.
34-19 is the Baylor lead. Points off turnovers favor Baylor. There's another turnover by TCU.
Yeah, but how about that help by Moon Urson getting the steal on the play?
Dee pull-up jumper is good.
A good balance there by Dee Richards coming up under control. So the defense dropping off, jumping up and drilling it.
13-2 run by the Lady Bears over the last 8 minutes.
With the Home Depot app.
Job by Nalissa Smith running the floor, boosting the Baylor lead to 36-19 with 2 minutes to go in the second quarter of tonight's action at the Farrell Center on the Baylor campus. Baylor shooting 71% for the ball game, John. Don't get much better than that.
Man. And how about the assist run that Dee Richards is on? Last 3 games, her assist to turnover ratio 29-4.
Yeah, that's just insane. Just unheard of. That's a number that you only read about, don't actually see happen that often, but she has done it. She's got 3 assists here tonight. So let's keep a watch on this. If Dee gets 2 more assists, John, she becomes the number 5 all-time assist maker in Baylor women's history.
I'm thinking she'll get there.
I think she better.
Maybe before halftime. And we've only got 1:48 to go in the second quarter. That was on Nalissa Smith. That's her first. That'll put Michelle Berry at the free throw line for TCU. Frogs have had some issues, like every team has, getting their entire team on the floor for practice. Last Friday was their first practice with all their players available. So that's sort of a common theme.
That is a common theme. That's what happened to Baylor before they had their 61-game home court winning streak broken. Only had one practice before they played Iowa State and lost a very good Cyclone team. Now we're watching TCU in a 2-3 zone defense for the first time, forcing Baylor into their 8th turnover of the ball game. Had gone 5 minutes without a turnover, but picking up number 8 right there. Good strategy by Coach Peebley coming out of that timeout.
Frogs have hit just one of their last 9, make it 2 of their last 10 buckets with that jumper in the bank.
Well, Lauren Hurd had Moon Urson much shorter on her that time, just jumped up and over. Nice play by Hurd. We say that a lot here tonight, and we'll keep saying it, I'm sure, because she's a terrific talent.
Mari Khan is on the floor for TCU. Here's Urson from 3. It's no good. Whistle and a foul on the floor. It's going to go against TCU.
Yeah, TCU, if have a chance to see a replay, Nalissa Smith was bumped from the offside as she was positioning for the offensive rebound. Only the second three-point shot of the game for the Lady Bears. You can see down low, well, right there you can see Nalissa Smith reacting. So it's at the 4th foul of this quarter. Of course, you don't go to the free throw line until the 5th team foul in each quarter.
So 1 minute to go before halftime. Bounce to Nalissa Smith, and going to be an offensive foul on Smith and the Lady Bears.
Well, that goes in the book as another turnover, so 9 turnovers here in the first half for the Lady Bears. Very fortunate to hold a 13-point advantage.
With 45 seconds to go in the first half. 36-23, Baylor on top. Hurd turns the corner, drives. Agbo thought she was holding her ground there, but push is what the call is.
Well, Coach Kim Mulkey's getting a warning now from Dee Kantner, one of our officials. Look at this play by Hurd. Very nice job stopping on a dime. Very, very smart player, very quick, very smart. Washi's first team all-conference. Got a good officiating crew working this ball game tonight. Very experienced. Coach Mulkey not happy with them right now, but Dee Kantner, Mai Forsberg, and Brian Hall all have called lots of big playoff games in NCAA women's basketball.
Here's Hurd back at the line. Her 7th and 8th free throws of the first half coming up. Jim, as you said, she had 99 free throw attempts coming into the game this evening.
Yeah, she and Charlie Collier for Texas, their big 6'5" post, lead the conference in free throws attempted. Nice block out by Caitlin Bickle, the junior out of state of Arizona.
So Baylor's ball, there's about 8 seconds difference in the 2 clocks.
You can see TCU actually starts out in a 1-1-3, but it quickly becomes a 2-3 zone, and they've done well with it. You get the last shot of the first half.
3 misses by Sarah Andrews. Shot clock is off. Now 10 seconds to go in the first half. Lauren Hurd dribbles against Moon Urson. Gets a screen. She looks to drive. There's a collision and a blocking foul is the call on Caitlin Bickle. So Lauren Hurd will go right back to the free throw line.
Well, we've talked often about how active Lauren Hurd is, and we're seeing it in real life. This young lady just knows how to get to that charity stripe, but not shooting this time, so it was a non-shooting foul.
Inbounds, got to put it up. Hurd does at the buzzer. It's short, and we have reached halftime here in the Farrell Center. Hot shooting first half by the Lady Bears. They lead by 13 at the intermission. It's Baylor 36, TCU 23.
Pro Extra is the Home Depot's loyalty program built just for pros. Members earn rewards like Tool Rental Center credit or Pro Extra dollars with every purchase. Plus, they get members-only offers. Save time, save money, get rewarded. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Have you or a loved one been wronged by pre-made breakfast? Well, Wendy's has your back, dropping the hammer with 2 of these made-to-order breakfast sandwiches for just $4. Get the breakfast you deserve now, 2 for $4. Only at Wendy's.
Moon Urson with a very, very solid first half for the Lady Bears.
Yeah, she has those 5 straight double-figure scoring games now. Melissa Smith has 11 consecutive double-figure scoring games. Melissa Smith has a chance to get her 5th out of the last 6 games into double-double territory if she can come away with 4 more rebounds here tonight.
And we can update Dee Richards, Jim, with 6 assists in the first half.
Well, and that's terrific. She now goes into 5th place on the Baylor all-time assists list for her career. She passed Chelsea Whitaker, who was the point guard on Coach Kim Mulkey's first national championship team way back in 2005. So congratulations to Dee Dee.
How about that? Rarefied air when you get up there with the likes of Chelsea Whitaker. Lady Bears ball, first possession of the 3rd quarter. Dee Dee to Trinity Oliver. Nice touch pass to Melissa Smith, and her short jumper is good.
Well, very nice ball movement by Baylor. Even better spacing, that cross-court pass, and then the quick dump down to Melissa Smith on the baseline paid big dividends. Nice opening possession of the second half by Baylor.
And a charge drawn by Moon Urson. So she is literally doing it at both ends of the floor tonight.
Well, you're just so happy for a player like Moon Urson. Here's that ball movement I was talking about. Who got the assist? Moon Urson on the quick touch pass down to Melissa Smith. So I was saying, you're happy for a player like Moon Urson, who has basically been the 8th or 9th player her entire career, getting her first opportunity to start this year, taking advantage of it.
Good ball movement by Baylor. A couple of what could have been good shots were passed up for better shots, and Queen Egbo banks it in.
And Queen Egbo did a very nice job of holding her position there on the block, not letting TCU get around in front of her.
Lauren Hurd dribbling, defender falls down. That's Dee Dee, and the rebound by Baylor, and Dee Dee's a little slow getting up and limping a little bit.
I think she might have a cramp. She had this happen against Iowa State. Certainly every time you see Dee Dee limp, you worry about that horrible accident she had back in October, but she is a tough, tough cookie. But she did have cramps in that game against Iowa State, and I don't know if that could possibly be the reason right there.
Alex Olson's going to take her right into the training room down there. Looks like she was just mad she had to leave the floor. So Dee Dee off to the training room. Baylor continues, leading by 17 here, early stages, 3rd quarter. Jordan Oliver to Queen Egbo. Jordan Oliver, baseline jumper short.
Just a little 2-on-2 basketball right there. Oliver got the good shot, just did not get the knockdown. Baylor, as they've been the entire game, half-court man-to-man defense.
Abby Diggs looks to drive, shot blocked in there by Egbo.
Nice quick move by Diggs.
Starts the break the other way, and Jordan Oliver finishes with the lay-in.
How about that little pocket pass by Moon Urson? Just a little drop from the hip area to the good finish for the bucket in transition.
42-23, a 19-point lead for Baylor.
Baylor won the opener back on January 2nd, 74-50, getting in that range now of differential.
19, the biggest lead of the night for Baylor, is a takeaway by the Lady Bears. Urson again to Melissa Smith. Extra pass. Egbo gathers it in and banks it in.
Well, nice basket right there. That's always a very dangerous pass, though, a bounce pass from post to post, but the finish was good for the Lady Bears.
Lead of the night, 44-23 over TCU. 7:14 to play, 3rd quarter. Here's a look at this week's top 10 from the Associated Press in women's basketball. Louisville, North Carolina State, UConn, all undefeated are the top 3. South Carolina at number 4. UCLA, Stanford, Maryland, Texas A&M at 14-1. Baylor at 10-2 at number 9. That's the Associated Press top 10 women's basketball for this week.
I saw a quote by Gary Blair, the Texas A&M coach, earlier this week, where he said he thought there were a bunch of really good teams this year in the NCAA women's division, but no one had really established themselves yet. He thinks it's wide open, that some team's going to get hot down the stretch. Louisville is still undefeated, but they almost got beat at home by Wake Forest last week, 1-1, and Wake Forest got a losing record. So anything's possible this year with this COVID situation.
Yeah, that's the wild card, isn't it, for every team, every sport. Pull-up jumper will roll in for Caroline Germain.
A nice job by Germain that time. Transfer from South Plains Community College, just outside of Lubbock in Levelland, Texas.
Baylor, by the way, in the top 25 for the 328th consecutive poll. Top 10 for 122 consecutive polls.
That's just unbelievable. What a great, great recognition for a great coaching staff.
Jordan Oliver, jumper is good from the left wing.
She's a player that the Baylor coaching staff thinks is just going to keep getting better and better and better. She was a McDonald's All-American at Prosper High School, just north of the Dallas area.
Look at that three-point shooting by the two teams, a combined 1 of 15. Baylor has yet to make a three tonight.
Yeah, Baylor only made 1 3 against Oklahoma on Saturday, and that's why you see TCU sagging in so much. They're really giving Baylor outside shots.
Lauren Hurd misses the jumper straight away. Baylor takes it to their end of the floor, leading by 21 over the Frogs.
You know, Sarah Andrews, the freshman point guard for Baylor, is a very good three-point shooter. Jaden Owens, who we haven't seen yet, the transfer from UCLA, is a good three-point shooter.
Lauren Hurd turns on the Jets, drives, and is fouled.
Lauren Hurd does a great job of using her body to gain an advantage on the way to the bucket. Great body control, just really knows how to split the defense right there. Went right between Jordan Oliver and Moon Urson. One of them needs to step in there and cut her off, but she's so quick, she just finds a way to get to the charity stripe.
Urson, the one whistled for the foul. That's her second tonight. And here's Lauren Hurd back at the free throw line. She's 4 of 8 there this evening.
Well, and she really comes into the game as a 73% free throw shooter, so certainly not getting her normal percentage here this evening.
1 of 2. 20-point Baylor lead. 12th point of the night for Lauren Hurd.
TCU now back in that zone defense.
Urson fires to Melissa Smith. That's good hands to handle that pass. And she's fouled as she goes up for the shot.
TCU continues to do a nice job of doubling down, just a slight half-second late getting there to prevent the foul from occurring. Melissa Smith, so active, just like Lauren Hurd, finds her way to the rack. What a beautiful, beautiful follow through.
It really is, yeah. Good looking shot
6'2".
there.
She'll definitely play on the next level, and I think you'll see her playing a small forward position in the WNBA. She's such a good shooter facing up. Just best for this team to play inside, but she can definitely play on the wing.
She is 6 of 6 at the line tonight, is Melissa Smith. She's got 14 points total and 7 rebounds.
Well, as you said earlier, she's an 82% free throw shooter on the year.
Into the paint, turnaround jumper. That one is no good by Kayla Makwu.
Yeah, that was a nice follow-up. She missed the shot and then stayed after it. She's a junior transfer from George Washington University. That was nice.
Example of the type of student athlete you need more of today. Most of them would bail on you after 1 or 2 years, but Moon is going to go down in the history of our program as one of the all-time favorite kids. Coach Mulkey appreciates Moon Urson.
No doubt about that, and as a fan or a fan of basketball, period, she is certainly the type of person you like to cheer for. You know, John, I was thinking that Lady Bears 7th in attendance in the nation last year, averaging right at 8,000 a game. And it's always so much fun to hear those 8,000 people chanting, "Moon, moon, moon," when she would make good plays coming off the bench. And here she is starting this year, and only 25% of that attendance can be here.
That's right. Missing out. Sarah Andrews beats the shot clock with the shot. It didn't go, but Queen Egbo the putback and a foul.
Very good job by Queen Egbo holding her position in there in the middle of a bunch of purple shirts to get the putback. That was a good shot by Sarah Andrews, still looking for Baylor's first three-point basket of the night. It's only Baylor's 4th attempt from three-point range. TCU's tried 12 three-point shots to Baylor's 4.
They've only made one, so one made 3 between the two teams tonight.
Good.
Pass into the paint, deflected and stolen.
Very effective positioning by Queen Egbo to get that deflection. Nice help by who else but Lauren Hurd leads TCU's team in steals.
Andrews jumper, no good. Moon Urson, the rebound and the putback by Moon.
Isn't that amazing? The smallest player in there at 5'7", getting the offensive rebound for her 15th point of the night.
52-28, Baylor's on top. Get 52-30.
Now, second basket here in the last couple of minutes by Mukwa for TCU, the 6'4" junior.
52-30, Baylor leads. One almost went down from three-point range by Moon Urson, did not. Ball out of bounds to...
I think they're going to give that basketball to TCU. I think it was off of Jordan Oliver's knee.
There's Dee Dee Richards back on the Baylor bench. Remember, she left with what we thought was just a cramp, but hasn't been back in the game yet. Went back to the training room, now is back out there. Dejanay Carrington sitting over there. Dejanay's been out for a while.
Yeah, she's missed the last 3 games in a row, and she's one of Baylor's better perimeter shooters and also leads the team in steals by far on the year.
3 left side is good. Second made 3 tonight by TCU.
Yeah, nice ball movement, getting that ball to the open spot into the left corner. It's a nice shot. I think that was Michelle Berry that hit that.
It was. So Michelle Berry, their second leading scorer, she has 7 on the night for the Frogs. Skip pass over to Andrews. Nice extra pass. Moon Urson ends up on the bucket on the assist from Nalissa.
Well, credit goes to Nalissa on the assist, but how about Moon finding that crack in the TCU defense, getting her 19th point of the game. Well, Mukwa coming in here and making some effective moves for TCU. 6'4", she can be a force. I said earlier in the game, this is 2 of the bigger teams in the Big 12 Conference. Nalissa Smith getting that put back. What's that, 8 rebounds now for Nalissa?
That is 8 on the night.
Yeah, she's getting close.
Points.
Close to another double-double.
56-35 Baylor lead over the Frogs. Lauren Hurd looks to drive, cut off. Back outside, 3-ball right side. That one's no good by Asia Holmes. Out of bounds and over to Baylor with 1:45 to play in the third quarter. Guster's on as Nalissa Smith, or Queen Egbo actually goes to the bench.
Yeah, Guster's played very well in the first half here tonight. Let's see if she can take up where she left off. She had 2 points on 1 of 2 field goal attempts, and she had 1 good offensive rebound. She had 11 points against Oklahoma on Saturday.
Jordan Oliver, top of the key, lobs for Gusters, muscles it up and in.
Yeah, great play by Gusters that time, using the power move on the block. In the first half, she hit the jump shot from the free throw line.
3 straight away, no good by Germond. TCU with the offensive rebound. Here's another 3. This one's no good by Aaliyah Morgan out of Tyler Lee High School. Urson, left corner. Andrews 3, no good. Nalissa Smith is there again.
Nalissa says, thank you. I'm right here waiting on it.
I'll take a bucket and a rebound. Final minute, third quarter. Baylor up 60-35 on TCU. How about the defense by Baylor? Holding these Frogs to 35 points at this point in the game.
Well, Baylor, that's just a given. If you're going to play for Kim Mulkey, you're going to play good defense, and certainly Baylor is leading the nation in field goal percentage defense,
which they have each of the last 4 years. There's a three, just short by Moon.
I think they're going to get Jordan Oliver for the foul there on the offensive rebound effort. Take a look at Nalissa Smith on the bottom of your screen, just right there on the offside where she's supposed to be. Coach Bill Brock works with the post players for Baylor. If you go to a practice, you'll always see him emphasizing that offside position on the shot from the opposite corner. Good job by Nalissa Smith on that positioning.
Take a look at the Wooden Award midseason top 25 from the Big 12. Nalissa Smith is on that watch list. Ashley Jones from Iowa State. Charlie Collier from Texas.
Well, what great talent there is right there. Good indicator of why the Big 12 conference is so highly respected. You have players like that.
Into the corner, shot blocked down low, and that's the end of the third quarter. That defense playing well for the Lady Bears, who lead at TCU. This is the 25th year of the Big 12 Conference. She played at Colorado. In fact, she was on the Colorado team that won the inaugural Big 12 tournament in 1997. Part of some really good teams there in Colorado. 4 NCAA tournament appearances, 2 Sweet 16s, 1 Elite 8 playing for Sealberry, and now here in the Big 12 coaching at TCU.
Yeah, she was on the original all Big 12 team that year. I remember Reagan Scott was her name when she played at Colorado. I remember her well. I think she's terrific.
Salute to the 25 years of the Big 12 Conference. Start the fourth quarter here in the Farrell Center. John Morris, Jim Haller, and we're glad you're with us tonight. Baylor with a 25-point lead as we go to the fourth quarter.
Well, watch number 10 on your screen in there now up top defensively. That's Jaden Owens, the transfer from UCLA, who had a great game really against Iowa State a week ago Saturday. She's very quick, outstanding shooter.
Sarah Andrews, mid-range jumper, no good. Nalissa Smith saves the ball in bounds. Baylor still without a made three in this game tonight. Doesn't matter much, I guess, when you're up by 25.
Well, you have to establish an outside presence, and Baylor's been able to get the ball inside fairly easily tonight, but that's not always the case, and they do need to prove, just for their confidence, that they can knock down some threes when needed.
And we mentioned Nalissa Smith, a double-double for the 5th time in the last 6 games.
Yep, she's now, 19 points, 11 rebounds. There you go. Was that a three? Or
was it a three?
Yeah,
that was it.
Sarah Andrews, the freshman point guard. She's a good outside shooter. The young lady on defense, Jaden Owens, there's a very good outside shooter. Moon Urson can shoot the 3 ball.
Underhand scoop shot, no good. Rebound, Baylor. Here's Jaden Owens. Jaden Owens will get probably a good amount of playing time, you would think, right, in the fourth quarter.
Well, she played 34 minutes against Iowa State last week, and didn't play a lot against Oklahoma State or Oklahoma. Still working her way into the system. I'm sure defense has a lot to do with playing time in this system.
Yummy Morris knifes in there. Ball goes flying out of bounds. And going to stay with TCU. No foul call, just out of bounds off Baylor. Sarah Andrews hit the 3. Baylor is 1 of 9 from 3-point range tonight. TCU is 2 of 16.
And boy, Nalissa Smith just dominating the boards. That's her 13th rebound of the contest.
18 points to go along with it. Urson, low post. Gets it outside to Jaden Owens. 2 minutes gone, fourth quarter. Baylor up 63-35. Andrews firing and rims out. Nalissa Smith another rebound, but she's fouled.
Well, how about that long arm extension of Nalissa Smith there, getting that offensive carom, picking up her 15th rebound of the night.
Wow. Yeah, very athletic to pull down that rebound. Some others she's had. Offensive rebounds. 15 total for Nalissa Smith. Inbounds to Gusters. Rolls off, no good. Lauren Hurd the rebound.
Well, nice execution on that out-of-bounds play. Just did not get the finish.
Hurd, Jaden Owens has her defensively. Remy Morris tries to cut between Gusters and Smith. One of those two defenders called for the foul.
Nice job by Morris to force that foul on the Baylor defense. Mentioned earlier the young lady from north of Little Rock, Arkansas.
Alyssa Smith has tied her career high with 15 rebounds this evening. Her next will be a new career high. Lauren Hurd, three, no good.
How about that block out by Moon Urson on a much, much taller player? There's what fundamentals is all about. You can be 5'6". If you have position, you can get that defensive rebound.
Yeah, she may be the smallest player out there right now, but boy, how fundamentally sound is she?
You know, she's the third leading rebounder on the Baylor team. It's pretty amazing behind Alyssa Smith and Queen Egbo.
Andrews will drive, floater, good.
I really think Sarah Andrews is going to be something special before she leaves here. She and Jaden Owens, who's a sophomore, going to have some nice minutes together in the future.
Partially blocked there by Guster. Scramble for the loose ball. TCU comes away with it. Hurd nearly traveled. Three-pointer is up and in.
I didn't see who made that basket. We're so far away, I don't have my binoculars.
Yeah, that's Asia Holmes.
Okay, that's the freshman of the week in the Big 12 that got that knocked down then. And how about Moon Urson coming right back? Right back at you, says Moon. Oh, she's so strong, so quick. 19th point of the night. She and Alyssa Smith now combined for 37 of the Lady Bears, 67.
Wow. 21 her season high, 22 her career high. She's sitting at 19.
Yeah, she got, if I remember right, 22 against West Virginia last year. I think that's right.
Free throw here for number 20, and she's got it.
How about that? 2 20-point games against TCU this year. 21 the first time, 20 with 6:45 to go in this one.
And you're right, her 22 came against West Virginia last January. 68-38. Do the math, 30-point Baylor lead with 6.5 minutes to play. That three rat-a-tats out.
I think that just broke Alyssa Smith's career record, or individual game record, with 16 boards.
Career high, 16 rebounds for Alyssa Smith in the game, and still going. And 18 points to go with it. Moon Urson, this is on that mid-range jumper. 6 minutes, 10 seconds on the clock. Fourth quarter, Baylor up by 30 on TCU, looking for win number 31 in a row over the Frogs.
Well, that's something that Jaden Owens has got to work on there. She gets in foul trouble rather quickly. She's very aggressive on defense and gets that bump out front. Got to keep that position.
3 team fouls on Baylor, 4 on TCU in the quarter. Frogs ball. Well, there's Lauren Hurd.
Yeah, you can see how TCU likes to set that double screen out high, freeing up their best player for the look at the bucket.
Moon Urson on the receiving end of that long pass. Dribbles into the paint. Andrews. Jumper is good. That's a three by Andrews.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that young lady. If she's left that wide open, she's going to hit that shot 50% of the time. She's a very good outside shooter.
6-0 run by the Lady Bears over the last minute 13 of this game to build the lead to 33. Here's a steal by Andrews. Layup is good.
You know, Andrews being from Irving, she's right there in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex with TCU. I'm sure she's played in the summer with a lot of these players. She looks very motivated here, even though Baylor has the big, big lead.
5-minute mark, fourth quarter. 73-38 is the Baylor lead. Frogs sitting on 38 points in the fourth quarter. Drive, reverse layup, no good, but the follow-up is in.
That was a good backdoor cut by Lauren Hurd to free her up for that shot attempt. Good effort by TCU on the putback.
Yummy Morris the put back for the Frogs. Andrews firing again, and she hits another three-pointer.
Well, if they're not going to get out there on her, she says, give it to me, and her teammates are finding her. I think it's terrific when teammates knows who's hot and get it to them.
Sarah Andrews, 13 off the bench for the Lady Bears tonight.
You know, the Lady Bears have a huge game coming up next Sunday in Ames, Iowa against Iowa State. And Iowa State plays a very small lineup, so I feel sure Sarah Andrews will get a lot of playing time in that game. And certainly this is a good confidence builder for her going into that big, big conference matchup.
She's firing again. This one off the mark, but rebound Caitlin Bickle. Next home game for the Lady Bears, incidentally, has been moved from February 3rd to February 4th. That is the Kansas Jayhawks here in the Farrell Center. So make note of that schedule change.
Kansas, a very improved team this year.
Running the floor, pass a little too long. Turnover Frogs. Moon Urson fouled on her way to the bucket. Games played, getting to the starting line, being able to play this game. There's entering today the number of games that have been either canceled or postponed. Almost 1,200 on the men's side. 1,346 on the women's side. That is a huge number.
Well, it is huge, and you think about it, there's about 350 Division I basketball schools, so that means there's about 5 cancellations per team on the women's side of the ledger. And Baylor's had, 4 games postponed or canceled, and they've still got 2 conference games to make up, Kansas there and Kansas State here. So time will tell. TCU's had 3 games canceled or postponed.
Everybody's fighting that same battle, trying to get all those games in, or certainly as many as they possibly can. 3:08 to go.
TCU came into this contest averaging 66 points per game. Baylor obviously has done a terrific defensive job holding them to 42.
Moon nearly had the rebound and put back.
Well, that would have given Moon 23 points, would have been a career high. Her easiest shot of the game.
She's sitting at 21 right now. Three-pointer, no. Bickle the rebound.
Now, John, one of the reasons why Baylor's increased this 13-point halftime margin to 35 here, 10 turnovers the first half, only 2 turnovers in this second half of action. What a difference turnovers can make on a team.
That's getting the job done. And sometimes, here's Moon, free throw line jumper, no. She got it back, put it up, no.
She's hungry. I think she knows she can get a career high.
She's still out there chunking with 2:07 to go.
Yeah, that's 19 field goal attempts for Moon. That's by far the most of her career.
Lauren Hurd for TCU picks up her dribble. Gives to the cutter who rolls it in for 2. That is Michelle Berry. Makes it 77-44, Baylor on top.
And just the 9th point of the game for Berry.
Bickle on the baseline, no good.
Now Bickle will usually make that shot. She's just got to get back into game rhythm. Mentioned earlier, she has missed the last 2, basically the last 3 Lady Bear games. Not good defense there. A little pick and roll, nice action. Was that Berry again for TCU, or who was that?
That was Mokwu.
Oh yeah, Mokwu. She's come in and made a nice contribution.
After she threw a body check into somebody out there and got a little room, but made the bucket.
Well, she now has 8 points.
How about Sarah Andrews tonight, Jim, off the bench?
Well, coming in here in the second half, getting 13 big points, a major reason why Baylor was able to increase the halftime margin from 13 to 35. Get a player hot like that, her teammates finding her.
And
how about that?
Right on cue.
Yeah, 4 threes for Sarah Andrews. And they'll need that up there at Ames, Iowa against Iowa State.
16 on the night by Sarah Andrews.
She was the preseason freshman of the year in the Big 12, starting to feel it now. Nice drive. That was Michelle Berry that time. Good drive to the basket. Well, I like her quickness on that. Just lowered that shoulder and took it straight to the rack. Straight line drive.
So Berry to the free throw line for TCU.
Baylor came into this game averaging 85.5 per game. TCU came in averaging 66.
Jill Berry wearing the face mask hits the free throw. All 4 Baylor three-pointers tonight. Baylor's 4 of 14 as a team. All 4 have been made by Sarah Andrews. Nice note, Daniel. Thank you very much. Lady Bears up 80-49 in the final minute. Boone Urson has gone to the bench. Her night is over. She finishes with a season-high tying 21 this evening.
Yeah, and that was against TCU.
That's
First
right.
time on January 2nd.
Well,
up at Schollmeyer Arena.
And 9 rebounds and 5 assists for Boone Urson this evening.
By the way, John, congrats to TCU on what a great job they did refurbishing the old Daniel Meyer Coliseum. That Schollmeyer Arena now is as good as it gets. I love it. It's a great place to watch a game and a great place, I'm sure, to play.
Andrews continues to add to
How
her
about
point
that?
total.
18. Good gracious. I think that's all in the second half. I don't think she had scored in the first half.
I think you're right. And her previous career high was 12, so she's well past that tonight. 82-49, final 30 seconds of the game. Caroline Germond dribbles up top. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Looking for the screen. Germond. Step back 3. It doesn't draw iron. Shot clock violation. It's Baylor's ball with 9 seconds remaining.
Well, you could tell the Lady Bears had their minds made up. They wanted to get a defensive stop on TCU's last possession, and they did it. Good defensive performance, and on the offensive end tonight for the Baylor Lady Bears, who are in first all by themselves in the Big 12.
They'll stay there.